Um, I had not been to the dentist in a long time. I mean, it was by far the worst fear I've ever had in my life. I mean, I've had nightmares about it. And my wife was constantly asking me to go to the dentist. She finally gave up. But, you know, once in a while we'd get in an argument and she'd bring it up again. And I knew that's what, she really wanted and I was deathly afraid of. I mean, and the courage that it would take for me to walk into a dentist's office would be unbelievable. I mean, it was that bad. I can't imagine anyone having a worse fear than I did. Um, anyway, finally, she almost gave me an ultimatum. Basically, you better do something about it. And so, um, our family dentist, her family dentist, I had never been there. My wife asked the doctor for a recommendation for some kind, someone that specialized in, fear, and that dentist actually recommended Dr. Gonzales. I don't think she had ever met him, but she had heard a lot about him. And so got the number, came home. She asked me to call, and I didn't, so she called. I had an appointment the same day. I went in, and walking in Dr. Gonzales' office for the first time was, as I mentioned, it was probably, in my mind, the bravest thing I've ever done. I was so scared. I couldn't sit down. The assistant walked me in. I didn't have to wait long. The assistant walked me in, sat me down. They didn't do any work. They just talked to me. They didn't even look at my teeth at first. All they did was talk and just make me feel comfortable sitting in a chair, because this was something I could never do in the past. And ultimately, the doctor came in and examined each tooth individually. I mean, it was very professional. He'd seen far worse, and so and made a detail of what each tooth needed to have done to it. And I looked at the list, and it was like a lot of stuff had to be done, and I knew that. And then I said, well, that's going to take several visits. And he said, no, we'll do it all next Thursday. I said, oh my God. And I couldn't believe it. I said, you're going to do work on 32 teeth in one sitting? He said, yeah. I mean, so it was scheduled for the next Thursday, I believe, and I walked in here at 8 in the morning, and I walked in here with by far the worst teeth of my family, and walked out of here with the best teeth of my family, and with absolutely no pain. I mean, actually, that's a little bit of a lie. I had one little piece of pain. That's when they put the little IV in my hand. That was it. After that, I woke up and it was like I was a little woozy, but no pain. He even gave me a prescription for some pain pills that I don't think I took. It's almost a joke that whenever I laugh or something and I'm with my wife, I'll exaggerate it. I'll just do a big smile, and she breaks up laughing. And she says, "Yeah, where were you a year ago?" And because I can honestly tell her I have better teeth than you now. Look how white you. But business-wise, over the past 20 years, I formed a habit of learning how to laugh or smile and talk without showing teeth. I mean, I had teeth, but they weren't real. Didn't look that good, obviously, and I was missing some in back. And so, I mean, it was just it actually took a while to learn to smile again, and because I all of a sudden didn't have to hide it. I forgot, oh, geez, I got teeth now. I got real good teeth, and I want to show them now. And so, I mean, it's just confidence-wise. Self-esteem, confidence, everything just goes up. And now, I've had a couple of follow-up visits that, and it's, I look forward to coming. I like the doctor. I like seeing him. God, if I'd known I could actually look forward to going to the dentist, come on. I mean, I can call him and set up an appointment without even, thinking about it. And I don't think even normal people that didn't have the dentophobia can do that, because my wife isn't afraid of the dentist, but she doesn't like making appointments. But in this case, I have no problem with it. It's something that was out of my mind. It's not even a concern anymore. I honestly used to think that, can I go the rest of my life without getting to a dentist? Because I said, what I got, 30 years left, maybe. Most soft-spoken, gentle. I mean, just the way he talks to you. Just the first time he walked in and looked at my teeth, as embarrassed as I was about it, he made me feel totally at ease. I mean, it was just, I could tell before he even looked in my mouth that I wasn't going to be embarrassed by what he, because I don't know, his demeanor was just one that was like, okay, let's take a look, let's see what we have to work with here, and it was very, as I said, very soft spoken and very. I just all of a sudden I was immediately comfortable with him. Shows me this color chart of what how white do you want it? And, there's Hollywood white, which is like almost looks fake. I said, well, I'll take the second one. And so I had bridge work, I had implants. So absolutely, outside of the little IV pain, I mean, no pain, just a little prick pain. There's no pain at all. I mean, there's just none, which is hard for me to believe after my childhood and was my experiences with the dentist were not. The staff has been incredible, and the lady who first talked to me when I walked in, they just make you feel welcome here, and like you're not unusual. I mean, because I've always felt that I was I always felt like I was different because of my fear, and no, I mean they treat you incredibly, and I haven't had any bad experiences here. I mean every member of the staff, Dr. Gonzales, everybody has been incredible. I Googled denophobia, a few years ago, and when I knew I had to do it eventually, and read a lot of stuff that was exactly the same stuff I was going through, even though I didn't think it was as bad. As far as you always think you're the worst case, right. And I know I wasn't, but because I've seen some of the before pictures, but it was amazing, and but the self-esteem part and not having to worry about that part of my life, which is, I mean, there wasn't a day that went by that I didn't think about it, that I didn't think about how bad my mouth was.